Why should we meditate? But we are reading the aphorisms of the Patanjali Yoga Darshan. This is the third chapter, Vibhuti Pada. We are studying, and now today we will start with Mano Buddha Hamkara Chitta Ninaham Nacha Shotra Juve Nacha Grana Netri Nacha Vyoma Bhumi Na tejo na vayu Chidananda Rupa Shivoham 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 Shivoham. From 16th, the third chapter, 16th aphorism, occult power. It describes about the occult power. What a yogi can get by concentration. And when he is concentrating on different object. And then he is getting the result. Purinamatraya Sanyamat Atita Anagata Jnanam. In the 16th, it clearly mentions by making concentration on the three sorts of changes comes the knowledge of the past, present and the future. Sometimes we go to this type of yogis. We like to know about our future, mostly about the future, not about the past. And the present, we know what we are doing. So, only interest is what is going to happen in the future. Each and everyone, including the personalities like the Prime Minister, President, all these people. Of course, I don't know about here, but in India they will go and they will like to have the conversation with this type of people. I am going to contest this time, and am I going to be elected? So, what is this? The next. So, naturally, this is the curiosity. Each and every time, people wants to know what is going to happen in the future. That is okay, but here Swami Vivekananda said, why you are curious? You know what is going to happen. How? By your karma. Because the whole thing that we see in the Hindu philosophy, it is the karma based action. When you are doing something good, you are getting the good result, bad result. So, this depends on you. Whenever we are suffering, we should point out why we are suffering. Oh, these are the causes. Okay. So, if we note it down just like a scientist and try to come over it, no, these are the things only making me the suffering, giving me the suffering. This I have to. Slowly, we will make almost 80–90% good thought, good work in our life, and know it for sure, result is always good. Otherwise, the whole religion, the God and philosophy will be destroyed. So, this is the karma theory, the work and its result. Good, bad, none can escape the law, they say. And here, there is an occult power. If you are concentrating on the changes, three sorts of changes, Sattva, Raja and Tama. These changes, morning I was so quietly meditating, why suddenly in the noon time I am agitated? What happened to me? I have to inquire. This is not somebody will come and bless and all things will be solved, not like that. That's a different aspect. But here the yogi is a scientist. He is constantly researching. Researching with what? His own mind. And when he is researching with his own mind, there is no other apparatus except his own mind. So naturally, others cannot help. If I go to someone and say, what is happening to my mind? Well, you know that. How I will know? So naturally, they will encourage only, give you positive ideas, suggest you some books to read. Otherwise what? So all depends on me. And this is very important. So when I am a yogi, I know these are the things. If I am doing something bad, thinking bad, harmful for others, the result is harmful for me, ultimately. So I am conscious, I am not going to do that. This is one. Secondly, this moment, if it is changing, something is changing, sattva, raja, tama, these are the qualities, constantly changing. Permutation and combination, that is the whole life. Some people are very good, and some people suddenly, their behavior, we wonder why they are behaving like this. Some desire is there, hidden desire, about which he or she is not very much aware. And that is the result, that is the reason they always feel there's something to hide. And that is the problem. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, simplicity. The simplicity is the achievement of past births. Last birth, so if we were good and then we become simple. The moment you are simple, the guileless, the obviously you are enjoying this life also. You are not hiding anything. A little bit of personal thing. The Guru has given me the mantra, I am not going to share it with you. So obviously that type of things. So if you are guileless, free, sharing and caring for others too, the mind is straight line, simple. And in that simplicity, always joy will be there, no tension. The moment you are having an hidden agenda, they always say, there's something is hidden inside the mind and I can't express it and I am agitated, and if anything happens, the reaction is terrible. So I have to point out and note down what are the hidden desires. Sometimes very little desires, very simple desires. But if it is hidden inside, so that is the problem. So that we have to find out. The moment we can change that, Sattva, Raja, Tama, these three qualities changing, I am concentrating on that, what happens? The knowledge of Anagata Jnanam. Jnanam, knowledge. Anagata, which is going to come. That means about the future, the great future. And mostly people will be encouraging, you have a great future, no problem. Then afterwards, oh no, no problem, next, like this it goes. But exactly what is going to happen, who can say? Like Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Whoever came near him and those who were really sincere, he told them, this is going to happen to you. The last time we were discussing, he declared. He was not supported by the kings or the rich people to spread his message, as Buddha got the support of the kings. He was not supported by the political people, but very, very ordinary. Even those rich people came to help him, it will know, I don't need your help. Some of the very educated people wanted to write about him in the newspaper, to publicize, he will know, it's not necessary. Whom he chose? Those people. And then he saw them that they are going to do something wonder. Who are those people? Except Narendranath and Rakal, mostly ordinary people. They are parents, they were some of them, they were rich people, and that they were not very happy at all. So we can imagine they are going to Sri Ramakrishna, staying over there, spending the hours together, meditating. So naturally they were not happy. But see how whole thing is spreading out. Immediately, 1886, Sri Ramakrishna passed away. And 1893, everyone knew Sri Ramakrishna. How many years? And who did it? Swami Vivekananda. And what is his background? A sannyasi, not having a farthing. He never went out to how it is possible. Sri Ramakrishna himself declared this is going to happen in the past. And he saw Swami Vivekananda, Narendranath, young man, and he saw, you are going to be the world teacher. And whatever you say, the whole world will listen. And the same thing, when Swami Vivekananda, he was having little doubt. He came to the mother and he told, Mother, whatever I am thinking is not coming to true. I am trying to do this, I am trying to do that. Nothing is happening. Then the mother told, whatever you thought is going to happen, you need not to worry about it. See the future. They saw it. So this is the future one can see because Sattva, Raja, Tama. The yogi, they say, if you can concentrate on the Sattva, Raja and Tama. But if you go to very ordinary people, naturally they will have to imitate, they will be closing their eyes and looking at the sky, and then they will say this is going to happen, or all this. So all this wrong. You need not to bother about that. If you listen to me, don't bother about that. Know it for sure, if I go and pray to Thakur, everything is going to be good. Whatever the suffering will come, misery will come, that is for my blunder from the past life, I will bear it. I will bear it happily. Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra, he is God himself. But 14 years he was in exile, he was suffering. When we look at as a human being, is he not suffering? His beloved wife, again and again, some ordinary people, they were complaining. Sri Rama, he was suffering again and again. Sri Ramakrishna suffered. Jesus, the Son of God, suffered. It doesn't matter at all. If I am connected with God, I am happy. Whatever comes, name, fame or suffering, I don't bother. Because my only one thing, that is God. So if we can concentrate on God, you become God yourself. Nothing can touch you. Or come down and this. Then it says, Shabdartha Pratyaya Nama Itara Adhyasa Shankara Tat Prabhibhaga Sanyamat Sarva Bhuta Taru Jnanam. Last time we were explaining those who can understand the word. See, some people, just by concentrating on a word and its meaning, some people, they are telling something and we accept it literally. No, you have to understand the meaning of it. Why he is telling this way? See, sometimes we always make misunderstanding how a very good person is so cooperative, but one day he misbehaved, and that only one day I accept, and then I go on brooding over that, then a separation comes. Why you behave like that? It happens in our life. But we forget that all this past time he was so kind, so good, so friendly. Why suddenly he is behaving like this, and this particular moment, maybe that something has happened. Most of the time, I don't know here, but in India, our male folks, they will be scolded by their bosses, and they will come back and they will scold the wives. So that's the same scolding is passing, and then he is free. And then the wife will go to the maid servant, and maid servant will go. So it goes on passing like that. But, but only thing you have to understand, and then you can enjoy. Nothing is going to happen to you. Oh, this man is behaving, maybe this has happened, that has happened. You have to understand the word. Why he is telling like this? What are the words he is using? The meaning of the words. What are the words he is using? That particular moment, that you have to understand. I was not knowing the meaning of, oh, interesting. So in America they say, oh, interesting. That means something like that. Not that it is good. Then after I was giving a talk in Bombay, and someone from America, he was there. Then suddenly someone told, hey, how do you like about it? Oh, interesting. I was so elated that he is liking it. Afterwards I understood the interesting means he is not actually liking, but don't like to say on my face, sir, okay. So interesting. That's interesting. That's really interesting. That's good. Not to tell it on the face, but you have to understand that that means this. Similarly, some people are talking. Not only that, if we can concentrate on the word, Patanjali says you can understand even the language of the birds and the animals, and that is possible. So that is actually, it always happen like this, if you can concentrate. But the only one thing very common, what is that? Concentration. If you have that concentration, full concentration on the three gunas, you know the past life, future life. If you have the concentration, of course, past, present and future, all the three you can know. If you have the concentration on the words, then what happened? You can understand the language of the birds, the animals and the insects. It really happened. And this is the study, the most of the time, the special type of the warriors, the commandos, they get this type of training, not the language, but the behavioral pattern of the animals, birds and the insects, and they understand what is going to happen immediately. We were in jungle, the moment we heard that the monkeys, they are making sound and jumping, we knew the tiger is coming. Because immediately, that is the behavioral way you can understand. Similarly, the language, the yogi can understand the language. In the 18th aphorism it says, Samskara sakshat karanat purva jati jnanam. By perceiving the impressions, one obtains the knowledge of the past life. This samskara saksha, samskara means impressions. What is the samskara? This is a great word that is again and again used in the Hindu, the philosophy, the samskara. He is not having the samskara. What is that samskara? Impression. What is the impression? That the thoughts that has crossed the mind. And what are those thoughts? From this life, from the past life also. All that we have done or seen or said or thought, that is making the impression on our mind, is making the lines on our slate, mind slate. And that's called samskara. Those who are good, they are good people. The bad, good and bad means what? Some people are good, some people are bad means what? Only these mental attitude, mental impressions, and naturally, and that impressions, the thoughts that control our behavior. If you have a good mental thoughts, your behavior is good, gentle, courteous, friendly. If you don't have that, maybe you are courteous, but your behavior will be different. So by that one can understand he is not. Once Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, one very poor person used to come to Sri Ramakrishna. It's just ordinary, the instances. He used to come and say, "Sir, how are you? These things were going on. Please bless me so that I become happy." It's going on. Then after 4 or 5 months, he was absent, he didn't come. And one day when Sri Ramakrishna with some of his companions, they were going, in those days mostly they used to travel by the boat. So when he was getting down from the boat, he saw that person sitting on there and he shouted, "Hey, Sri Ramakrishna, how are you?" And Sri Ramakrishna whispered to his next man who was accompanying, he must have got some money. This is the voice of the moneyed person, and the ego that I am having the money, I am a rich person. That fool is behaving like that. He didn't answer. So immediately he understood it. Why? The voice, the way you are speaking, that proves. So that is the samskara sakshatkarana purvajati jnanam. And now if you know the samskara, the impression, so you can understand the previous birth also. Previous and previous. One yogi, very famous, his name was Jaigisha. He only practiced years together, meditation, concentration, only to know his past life. And when he got the past life, all the impressions, and he understood what is what, then one of his close friend, he came and said, "Now you know all the past lives that you have already lived. Which life you liked?" And he was insects, he was birds, he was animals, he was human being, lower type of human being, then good, then he himself was a sannyasi, all these lives, yogi previously, all these lives he knew. Then he said, none is good. Whatever life I have lived, okay, in one life when I was a yogi, I could concentrate, but that too only a little bit of things. Unless and until you get the klaibya, that is your mukti, you can never get that pure freedom. This mukti, the freedom from the I consciousness, that is the only time. Otherwise, all our past life, there is something good, some bad. So it is good that we don't know what is our past life. And to some extent, it is really good. It's a blessing for the human being that we don't remember. But please remember, the karma theory, the work theory, control all our past and present and future. So, for the future, we must be aware, and always, every time, we should try that. Pratyayasya parachitta jnanam, and concentrating on the signs of the bodies. When you can see a person having a long nose, they say is an intelligent person. Usually. And those who are having the long ears, a very good mind. You will see the Buddha, Lord Buddha, the long ears. His mind is broad and very simple. It's a very good mind. So this type of, and now don't go to the mirrors and try to, not necessary. You all are very good. I am also good. So this is all they say, but only some people they could understand. They could understand. It was okay. See, I will tell you one thing that happened. One of our Swamijis, I am not telling the name, he was the vice president, afterwards became the president of our order. And that time I joined. And I came in a time when the whole area, in our area, the West Bengal and the Assam, Bihar, all these things, they were under one type of communist movement, ultra-communist movement was going. So naturally everybody used to doubt the young people. The most of the young people, they were involved, the university people, they were involved, so the doubt was there. When I went and told I am going to join, so they told, okay, you are welcome, but they had a doubt. So where from he is coming? And in those days I was having the long beard, long hair, and the dresses and all that. So naturally they thought, so maybe that he is coming from that. So they had the doubt, but how to clarify? I gave the addresses, but still they were doubtful. Then this Swami came, and perhaps they discussed about me. I was given the opportunity to serve that Swami, and to bring the little water and clean the room and this type of personal services I was doing, but I was not at all good. But anyway, every moment I was getting the scolding and I was learning, I was doing, and one day I found that the Swami is lying down and one of his disciples, he is a doctor, he is pressing his leg. I thought there is no one. I also tried this. So I went and I found that his hand is hanging like this. So I went and started pressing, but that time I was very young and I used to practice boxing. So the hands were so hard, I was not knowing that I wanted to give him little pressing and he will be happy, but it went totally different. He told, I wanted you to praise, but not to tear it. That will no, I am sorry. So I was somehow I was going on doing, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Suddenly that Swami kept his hand, he took out his hand from my hand and then kept his hand on my head. This happened in my life. And the moment he kept that on my head, I started crying, not knowing what is happening. And all the time I am conscious that doctor is sitting over there in the another corner. If he notices, then he will go on telling people, oh, that brahmachari was crying, and people will ask questions. So I was aware about that. I wanted to cover my face with the chadar, the cover that usually. And he kept it almost like 5 minutes and then took it off and turned. So I understood that I need not to be there. I came. And then I was feeling as if I have taken bath in a cool water, very fresh. That's all. Then when he left after almost 7 days, then the second Swami, in-charge Swami, the next Swami, second Swami, he told, hey, you come and fill up your form because we have to fill up. And you were accepted as a brahmachari in the order. So I was very happy. I was thanking him that you will, no, we are not. If you have to thank that Swami. You know what he said? And then he gave a good certificate about me. I am not quoting that same word. It will be recorded and people will think that I am beating the drum, not like that. So he said some good words about me. So I was immediately accepted. How could he know? That is the question. Afterwards, I told Swamiji, how could you know that? You will also know that. He used to say that. So you will also know that. You practice, you will also know that. But they never paid any importance on those things, but they had that capacity. So this way, another Swami, when I was having, when you are practicing the spiritual intensely, so many different mental attitudes come. So one time I was thinking that what is going to happen to me. So that was a really very tough time for me. So I went to that Swami. He was the president, and very peculiarly I was thinking that what I will say, then he will ask me this question, then I will give this answer. So I prepared all this conversation and then went with ready to, then he asked me, come here, come close. He could not see, so he lost his eyes. So yeah, come here. He put his hand on me, he saw me like this, and then suddenly he took my head on his lap and was patting my back from below to up like this, as if pushing up the energy, something like that. then minute or two. And he said, go. And you people are studying about the mind, you people are trying to do all this, and you don't know the mind, this is the behavior of the mind. It always go down and up and always challenges you. This is the fight you have to fight. Go, go, go. And then I came out, I forgot what for I went. The 15 days I was suffering with the thought, which was all the time in my mind, within a touch of 1 minute, I forgot. So these are the tremendous power these Swamis they have. And don't look at me, I am not having. So this is always is happen, and this type of powerful people are there, and that proves these, when they say the book, they say this is possible, it is possible. And we have seen it in a very small, but look at Sri Ramakrishna, Jesus. Jesus went and called a dead man, come, and the dead man became alive. It is possible. So this is the thing. Sometimes these people, they come, they display in their life. So pratyayasya parachitta jnanam, by concentrating on the signs of others' body, knowledge of his mind can be known. How is he? By observing his body. Nachatat salambanam tasya vishwi bhutatvat. In the 20th aphorism it says, but to know exactly what is there in his mind, by concentrating on the physically, you can understand the character of the person. But to know his mind, you have to concentrate on that mind. To know the mind of the other, yogi has to concentrate first on the body and second on his mind. And then only he will know the totality about that person. But the problem is, when you are concentrating on somebody's mind, those impressions are coming in your mind. If you are thinking about someone, to some extent you can understand how is his behavior, how is he, but at the same time you are influenced by that. So you should have that capacity to protect yourselves. Now I just want to know, I am not going to be influenced by these thoughts. So that is the difficulty. And most of the time, some people, those who get some powers, the occult power, miraculous power, and immediately they come out in the society, they start doing those things, and you will notice in the history, all these people, they fell afterwards. Why? Because of this. They were going on collecting the information about other people, and those impressions came in his mind, and he could not resist it. And that's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna told again and again, don't go for all this miraculous thing. Only one object, that is God realization, and nothing else. So those who read these books, they are really very fascinating. And the best seller is this Yoga Sutra. Why? Because of this third chapter. And people think that if we can concentrate, they will get, but it is a very hard, very, very hard to acquire those. And then after acquiring, then these problems are also there, that you will fall from your goal. So that is also there. So here it says, but to know to concentrate to his mind, both the things, body and mind, you have to concentrate. The yogi has to concentrate. Kaya Rupa Sanyamat. This is a very interesting. Kaya and Rupa Sanyamat. On his own body. Kaya means the body. And Rupa, how it looks. So Kaya Rupa, on that if you are concentrating, tad grahya shakti stambhe, and then you are controlling, giving a barrier to perceive that chakshu prakasha asamprayoge antardhyanam. Then people won't be able to see you. It's good that all people are not practicing. Otherwise, American immigration, they will come and they will concentrate and they will walk immigration people won't be able to see them. So this is really very interesting, and they could do it. One can do it. How? Sometimes when the students they come just to practice the meditation, we say, go and see yourself top to toe in the mirror. Then go and lie on your back and try to imagine that you are standing by the side of your bed and observing your whole body, seeing your whole body. If you can do that, you can concentrate, seeing myself, how I am. So completely from the head to toe, if I can see myself, completely visualize, that means my mind is concentrated. This is the first step. The first is the kaya. Kaya means the body. Then rupa, the feature, how I look. Most of us won't be able to concentrate even on our faces. Constantly, so many times we go before the mirror and we see ourselves, but try to concentrate on your face, you won't be able to do that. It's very difficult. Some part will come, some portion will come, maybe the eyes is coming or the nose is coming. The complete the whole thing vividly as we see in the mirror, difficult. And you have to see the whole body like that. And then you have to concentrate, others cannot see me. You are blocking the eyesight of the others on your body, they cannot see me. If it is possible, then antardhanam, the yogi become invisible by making concentration on the form of the body, and then is the power and how the body has been made. That is 5 things. We know that 5 things are the bhuta, pancha bhuta. And from that we have to separate our body, and then we will see that no one can see us. So that is the yogic power. Many of the times as yogi, they do it. Many of the times. There are so many stories about particularly this power. Shopakramam. Once this Swami Vivekananda, in the Belur Math, those who have seen Vivekananda's bedroom, from there, just by the side there are another 2 to 3 rooms are there, other Swamis were there. So one night, one Swami came out, perhaps he was going to the toilet, he found the whole room is lighted, and he saw from his body the Shivalingas in thousands, the bright, burning, lighted Shivalingas are coming out and floating in the air. Whole room is full of that. And that is the light he saw. And he could not bear it for some more time. He had to. So that is the thing, that body, concentration on the body means it goes in such a way the people cannot see the body as a whole lighted or something else. Whatever the yogi wants to perform, they can do. This is a different example, I can say, but the originality of Swami Vivekananda, he could see that he is nothing but the Shiva himself. That particular Swami, I think Swami Vivekananda ji, he saw it. And here we find another Sopakramam, Nirupakramancha, Karma Tatsanyamat, Aparantu, Jnanam Arishtebhya. By concentrating on 2 types of karma, Sopakramam, Nirupakramam cha, Karma Tatsamyamat. Karma means the work. And 2 types of work. One is which is the last that whatever we have done, the karma phala, over that he is concentrating, which will soon bear fruit. Which will soon bear fruit. Like I have appeared in the exam, and I know within 10 days or 7 days, result is going to come. So the karma that follow the result is going to come soon, and another may not bear fruit so quickly, but it will. I have applied for something, and they assured that we are considering your case, and I am waiting. I know the result is going to come, either yes or no, whatever. Result will come, but that will come after maybe 2, 3, 4 months. So this way, two types of karma phala. One is immediately going to bear fruit, another will come, but may take some time. Over that, when we concentrate, it is not the karma phala that we are applying, and karma phala of our work that we have already done. Whatever we have done, something bad, something good, like that, if we quietly sit and then think, or maybe note down, but don't show that notebook to anyone, you have to destroy that. And then you will find these are the work I have done. Okay, that the karma phala of these is going to bear fruit, and the karma phala of these will take some time. So over that, if you can, then you can then know the exact time of death. This is a exact time of death we will know, but we are not interested, of course, now. What I am going to know about the death and all, it is going to come someday, that I know. But sometimes some yogi, they can. One story, if you have already read, the Sri Ramakrishna's elder brother, he was bathing in the Ganga, and there nearby another lady came, but in those days the ladies used to sit inside the palanquin, the small rooms, wooden rooms, the people used to carry the palanquin, and she was covered again with that, and that was the norm. And when the people, they were bathing her, how to bathe? They used to put that whole thing inside the water and take it out. That was the Indian way to protect the ladies. So they were doing that. Suddenly the cloth removed, and this brother of Sri Ramakrishna saw the face of the lady, and then almost soliloquizing, almost telling to himself, he said, "Oh, you are taking so much of care to protect that lady, but tomorrow she is going to die. Now today you are so careful not that people should not see her face, but tomorrow she will die." Someone was nearby, heard it, and then reported to the family members of that lady. They were very rich. So they inquired, who is this man? Many they knew. So they called him, they asked him how he could know. So this, he said, this is going to happen. I saw, it came in my mind. I am sorry that I uttered. So really it happened. The elder brother of Thakur, he saw, and that lady. So it is possible how the karma that is going to bear fruit, and the past, some little afterwards the karma phala. So that too, if we can concentrate, we come to know when a person is going to die exactly. Swami Vivekananda declared, I am not going to cross 40. And he died in 39 plus. He never crossed 40. How could he know that? Because the yogi. And he was not afraid at all. He knew when he is going to pass, and that day you must read that particular chapter. Excellent. The day he was going to pass away, he was going to die, he went and meditated for 4 hours inside the temple. And then he came out singing a song about goddess Kali. And there, when he was taking the morning the walk, strolling over there in the courtyard, he said, had there been another Vivekananda, then he could understand what this Vivekananda has done. So that was his unique, over that so many articles and books have also come, the contribution of Swami Vivekananda. And then he went and to walking with the brothers, and he sat with all others, he ate food, and then he took the grammar class, Sanskrit grammar class. Sanskrit grammar, Panini, is very difficult for the others. And then he went and lied down and told his Shebak, the one young brahmachari who was taking care, looking after him, give me my japamala. And he was doing the japamala, and then asked him, go and sit outside the door. And he was doing the japa, and brahmachari heard 3 times he is only uttering ma, ma, ma. Then he thought, why Swamiji, there is no sound. He came and he found the Swamiji is lying down. First he was afraid that I should not make any sound to break his, it may break his sleep. Then he thought, no, I must inform the seniors. Then he passed away. Just before that day, he invited Sister Nivedita, his disciple, and he arranged a lot of food for her and then fed her. After that, pour water to wash her hand. Then sister told, why you are doing this? I am your disciple. I am supposed to wash your hands and feet. Then he said, Jesus also did the same. He washed the feet of his disciples. Nivedita that time didn't occur to her, but he gave the hint that what is going to happen to him. The hint was there of what is going to happen. Afterwards, when Nivedita returned back, he got the message, he passed away. So he knew that he is going to pass away, declare, I will never cross 40. And Sri Ramakrishna also said to Ma Saradamani Devi, when you will see that I am taking food from everybody's hand, know it for sure that I am not going to live long. And when you will see that I am spending nights in Calcutta, know that I am going to close my life. He gave the hint, and that really happened when lastly he came and lived in Calcutta. He wanted always to live by the side of the Ganga in Dakshineshwar, and near the Ganga, one side Ganga, another side is the temple goddess Kali. So he was so happy. Whenever, whatever may be the timing, wherever he had gone, he came back and stayed in there. But lastly, he started staying in Calcutta, and that was his life. So they could see, they could tell. Sometimes, so funny things also happened. So one Swamiji, somehow, he used to read this book, and then he thought that he has understood his last day. And you know, the Swamis, they have some personal money. The people, they give him the personal thing it is. So he was having some money, and he declared, hey, I am going to die on that particular day. I will feed, I like to feed all you Swamis. Then other young people, they were very happy. Okay, when you are going to die on, so if you are dying, so it is better that we should take food right now. When you are going to die, maybe that you will be shifted to hospital and you will forget that this promise, and we won't get there. So they had a nice feast, and the day came, but the Swami didn't die. Then he told, hey, give me my money back, because I think I am going to live another 40 years. So give my money back. So like that, some funny things will always happen. So don't take it so seriously, but only thing what I always feel, we should not be afraid of death. We are not going to commit suicide, but we should be prepared for the death. How? Again, by practicing the holy things, reading, thinking, practicing all positive holy things. And when the death will approach, you know, but I am going to only go to better place. This is the body is just like a garment. In the Bhagavad Gita it says, it's just like a garment. When it becomes old, usually we change it. It's okay. I will get a new garment. Yesterday we went to one little kid, her 6 months, the first rice ceremony, and everybody is blessing and wanted to see. The kiddies, of course, don't bother because she should understand what is happening, but she was the object of the attention of everyone. So that type of new bodies we will get, and again we will enjoy, again we will start eating rice and all this. We'll go, there's no problem. But subconscious mind, we have to have that idea, I am not going to think or do anything bad. How I will know which is bad? That which is harmful for others. If I think something which is harmful for others, that is bad. If I do something which is harmful for others, that is bad. And that we should never do. Rather, here it says in the last aphorism we will study today, it says, Maitradishu balani. If you are constantly thinking about the friendship and friendship with each and everyone, that will give you tremendous strength. The strength of goodness. And you will be accepted by each and everyone because of from within your heart, that friendship is there. Whoever is good, whoever is doing something better, always I should feel, oh, I am with him or her, that person is my friend. That attaching my mind with that good job, good work, good thought, good behavior, I am gaining the power of Maitri. This Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, there are three things we studied earlier. Maitri means friendship, and Karuna means I feel for the others, those who are at my back. So that is called Karuna, sympathy, compassion, and we like to do something for those people also. So I always tell people, whatever you are earning, it is good, but try to at least 1% of it, maybe $10 per month, keep it for the betterment of others who are suffering. This is called Karuna. Maitri, the friendship, friendliness, that's always, it's good. And then the Karuna is always also necessary. So someone told, whatever, even in the Manusmriti, the lawgiver of the Hindus, he is also mentioning this. Whatever you earn, first you must give some taxes to the king to maintain this kingdom. Then to your elderly people in the family for their maintenances. Then to the family members, to your wife to maintain the families. Then you should keep something for your future and also spend something for yourself. So you have to make whatever the earning in that way. So then only it is possible. The Karuna, how can we express our this thing, Karuna, feeling? Sometimes the people, they will be going, taking and then carrying the food to other people. It's not possible for each and every one. They don't have the time. And sometimes we go and spend it with others. We do not know what exactly that money, whether being properly utilized or not. So there also you have to be very, very careful. Whatever the donation that you are giving, is it properly utilized? For the purposes that you are giving, is it properly utilized? That also, and then the sympathy for those people, prayer for those people. It's called, and then comes Mudita. Mudita means the joy. Always and every time you have to tell yourself, I am very happy. Ranganathananda ji, he used to ask others, how are you? And most of our people, they used to say, so-so. Then he used to become so angry. Why so-so? Can't you say you are good, you are happy? What's wrong in telling so-so? And in Bengali, they used to say mota moti. So, and they say, that is a very funny word, they used to say. So that's why he used to say so-so. Then what so-so? You say I am happy, I am always happy. It doesn't matter. One of the Swamis, he was suffering physically. But whenever people used to go and ask, Swamiji, how are you? Oh, I am very happy, only this body is suffering. And no problem, I am very happy, only this body is suffering. So this is the attitude. We are going to suffer, we are going to die, but my life, every moment, I am happy. There is no problem. So that positive attitude gives us happiness. That's called mudita. The maitreshu balani. If you are concentrating on that, you get the bala. Bala means the power. And why we should read this? Unless and until it gives us any benefit in our life. We are reading all these things so that when we die, then afterwards somebody will come and give us. We don't bother about that. In this very life, here itself, we must get. So these are the three qualities if we concentrate. First is maitri, friendship with those who are good. Don't feel jealous. That is the idea. Never feel jealous. And most of the time we are jealous when in the same profession. The singer, they are always jealous about other singers. Oh, you are inviting her to sing. I can sing better than her. So, okay. So, always it goes like this. On same profession, it is always jealousy. But we have to think, I am trying, but some other people in the same profession, in the same way, they are advanced. So, I must feel that they are my friends. So, that way, that's called maitri. And I get power, more power from that friendship. Then comes the karuna, as I was telling, then mudita. Thank you very much for coming over here and to listen to this. And we must pray to Thakur to give us the strength. So whatever we are studying, that should give us the real benefit. This is not a college or university or classroom. Just we are studying and going away. No. Not for the certificate we are studying. For the benefit of our life. So that every moment of our life we can enjoy. So that is the benefit of spiritual teachings. Otherwise what? Sorry. Yeah.
The concept of karuna, do you consider that as a rajasic quality or a sattva quality?
It is when there is no attachment, that is sattva quality. The same activity, suppose the political people, they also do a lot of karuna, but at the time of election. So, if you are giving me vote, then I will give you little this thing. That is not karuna. But when some people, they will go secretly, they are helping them and they really feel for them, and that is called karuna. Same work, with attachment, it is rajasic. Without attachment, it is swatik. With rajasic, it binds. With swatik, it helps you to be liberated. That's a good question. Any other questions? Anyone wants to ask? Okay. So this really very wonderful thing, only three things. First is maitri, karuna and mudita. Mudita means the joy that should have in our life. A friendship, compassion and joy. These three things. And when these three things will come, 100%, what will happen? It is here. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo vibhutvacha sarvatra sarvendriyanam navasangatam naiva muktirna meya Chidanandarupa Shivoham 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 Shivoham. I am the auspicious, I am blessed, I am blessed, I am blessed. Om Shanti, 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 Harihi Om. That's it.